Good morning, everybody. It's almost 9 a.m. Melbourne time, and we're back from Melbourne Airport. We are home, but waiting for our departure this morning to Cairns. There has been a delay. We are in thick fog. Look at this outside. Check that out. You can hardly see a finger in front of your face. It's actually, I think, has come down a little bit thicker this morning. So I'm excited to be back. As I said, only for a few moments. My goodness, we haven't had a week off flying since mid-January this year, but this is our last sort of trip for 5 days. We're up to Cairns, Townsville and Sunshine Coast, and then we get back home, and then we kind of have a lot more at home time during May, but we are running our May retreat, and we'll be up to Sydney and Newcastle a little bit as well. So anyway, nevertheless, Stuart and I are going to be sitting down on the plane today and are planning our next, actually, where's my piece of paper? Let me see. Oh, my notes. I had notes that I had to talk about this morning. Stuart, can you see if I've dropped my sheet of notes? I'll do the shares. Okay. I'm going to start in a moment because I don't know if I've dropped my piece of paper somewhere, but I had all my notes that I was meant to talk to you guys about. Hang on. I'm going to do the share of the lives on the groups. Hang on, the tick. In a group. Funny thing about that, dropping my notes on the way here. All right, here we go. Ultimate business support. Hope you guys are more organized than me this morning. I don't know if where the hell have I put them? All right, one more share, and we're going to start because it's not 9 a.m. as yet. It's not 9 a.m. Ultimate business support, and then author your way to riches. Author. If not, I'm going to have to just do it off what I remember I wrote on that piece of paper. I'm going to have another final look. Oh, he's coming. He's coming with the notes. You found it? Yes, I've shared everywhere. Thank you very much. All right, here's my notes, you guys. We can close that. Awesome. All right, let's get this morning started. I'm tucked away, as I said, somewhere in the background. I hope you guys can hear me clearly, even though you might be hearing airport announcements. Please give me a hello and let me know that I am coming through nice and clear at your end. So this UBSLive is going to be split into two parts. The first part is going to be about sharing my business purpose travel hacks in terms of how I stay balanced, how I find routine when I'm traveling, and some tips around the things that I use as I travel to get over jet lag and all that sort of stuff. Then second part of today is going to be about WrestleMania. So you guys haven't seen me since obviously WrestleMania. UBSLive 2 weeks ago was in direct clash with WrestleMania, and I thought, thank you, Funmi, for confirming that. And I thought I would come on and talk about why WrestleMania is such a successful business and what is it that we can learn from them. So I'm going to share my top 10 travel hacks and my top 7 reasons or ideas that you can take away from the business of WrestleMania in terms of how and why they've been successful for so many decades. So as the clock is about to strike 9 a.m., let's get going on this. So travel hacks. You guys know the last it's been coming up to four and a half years since I began traveling for business. And for the first 3.5 years, I was doing completely on my own. So I didn't have anyone on the road with me but myself. And also, good morning, Julianne. And now Stuart's been with me the last 4 months since my mum was able to come into the business. Earlier this year, the kids and mum dropped us off at the airport just before. Another time we had to say bye for a little while, and I'm going to talk a little bit about those kind of things in terms of, dealing with guilt and going away and all that kind of stuff. So let's start off with my top 10 travel hacks. Number 1 hack is to always feel at home when you're traveling. And what does that mean? Well, as soon as I arrive at home or as soon as I arrive wherever I'm going, I unpack immediately, to the point of setting up all my makeup at the bathroom, at the restroom, you know, fixing up everything, so I feel like everything's hung up and unpacked, and I can just, even if I'm going there like just literally for one night, everything needs to be kind of set up, you know, so that I can use it as I need to. And also I think it saves time, because if you're trying to live out of a suitcase, you're not gonna, you know, you can't find things. I can't tell you how long sometimes it's taken me to find certain things in my suitcase. So spending, you know, like those 5 minutes, I mean, I've got it down pat now so that it only takes me 5 minutes to unpack, and in the morning another 5 minutes to repack stuff. I don't take things that are unnecessary. I literally just pack the exact amount of clothes that I'm going to wear for the exact amount of days that I will travel, and the exact amount of nice outfits that I'm going to have at my workshop. Oh, it's getting hot in here. All right. so that's how I do it. Recently I bought off Facebook this toiletries bag. I don't know if you guys have seen it. I always get gotten by the ads, but it's a bag that I can't tell you now because it checked in already, but it's one of those bags that opens up to a circle, and then when you pull on these strings it just collects it all. So actually you don't even need to unpack your toiletries. You kind of just plop them on your whatever next to the sink, and you open it up and whoop, they're already unpacked. So in case you're thinking unpacking takes forever to do, it doesn't. And as soon as I arrive back home, because sometimes I can be home just for 2 or 3 days or 5 days, since we like literally came back from America and now we're going again, immediately like I have a bit of a rest, and then I unpack everything and even put the suitcases away where they sit for their long periods in between traveling, so I feel like I'm fully at home. So that's one thing that I do to make myself feel at home when I'm away, but also to feel like I'm fully back home and that I haven't been gone at all. Okay, number 2 is travel toiletries. I know us women can have a lot of beauty products and things like that, so I suggest buying all of those little bottles so you can have tiny little toiletries, because toiletries, even with travel size, weigh about 2.5 kilos. And as I'm not in the marshmallow business, as Stuart says, we need to be carrying books and planners and so much product. Today we checked in 60 kilos worth of product, and our clothes were only 10 kilos. We need to save as much space, but also because I don't want all of my stuff to take up too long to unpack. I literally just want little things, so I make sure I carry all of those, and I just refill them every time at home. At home I buy the mega and then that lasts me forever for refilling. All right, number 3 of my travel hacks is to make sure that I keep up with my 4 times a week of exercise. And I think I've shared this before, but it keeps me, even when I arrive somewhere from a long flight, I do this, and it makes me feel a lot more alive and energetic. And you kind of think, oh, all you want to do is plop on the bed and kind of just pass out, especially if it's been a long haul flight. But I will do my 7-minute workout using the app called 7-Minute Workout, which I've shared, as I said, many times.